Hello and welcome back to another video of the road to OP8 Zer0. Now, in the last episode we did reach OP8 and we finished the peak for now. So we are now actually farming for new pimpernels at OP8. Fortunately, in like 20 minutes we already found a perfect corrosive, fire and shock pimpernel. So we only need the slag pimpernel now. And we're looking for a Banbury pimpernel with the Maliwan grip and preferably a dull stock. But the stock doesn't really matter too much to me. The grip and the prefix do though. So we're really only farming for the last pimpernel now. And after we have all the pimpernels, we can continue farming for new stuff. Because I would have liked to farm for something else first, but then again, we need good DPS weapons to start farming with. Oh yeah, we don't need that. And the pimpernels are our best chance. Now, actually, the slag pimpernel, you don't need it to be OP8. But then again, why would I keep using a level 51? I'm gonna transfer over this level 50 pimpernel to other characters in the future. And I will do the same with these OP8 pimpernels once my other characters reach OP8. Because I don't want to farm all the pimpernels on every account. Same for the Sandhawks. Sublime. I will take Sublime, but only with the matching grip. Nope. And that's a familiar sound. Oh well. So select character, that, and continue to launch. Now I probably will leave this mission as like as it is. I'm gonna leave it open to be turned in again later on, in case I do really want to farm some like specific accessories or something. There's no more missions after this from Censorbot, so we don't mind keeping this one turned in a bowl, if you know what I mean. If that's even a word, it is now. So we'll leave it uncompleted. Which might trigger some people, but I don't mind. It's not like we get XP from this anymore. Now, we're just looking for the slag one now, but for the fire pimpernel that we got, did we get barking or Banbury? I think we got barking, yeah, barking with matching grip. And also a Vladovstok. And Vladovstok isn't the greatest. You really want dull stock if you can. So if you find a more perfect version of the fire or the shock one, we'll definitely still stash it. Banbury pimpernel, but not matching. So Banbury is the fire rate accessory. And on the perfect pimpernel you can have, I believe, 1.8 or 1.9 fire rates. Let's see actually. Wait, 1.4? Ah, normally it's 1.4. And if it has the Vladov grip, you can have 1.9 fire rate. Wait, never mind. This is barking and monstrous. This is not Banbury. Do I have a Banbury one? Yes, but only in my safe. I should take a look. So normally it's 1.4. And with Banbury it should be about 1.8. Unless it has a lot of grip, then it is 1.9. Shoot the user in the face. Well, there's a Slag Banbury, 1.7 fire rate. But Hyperion grip in stock, so we don't want that. So it's 1.4 normally, 1.7 with Banbury prefix, and 1.9 with the Flood of Grip. But I don't want the Flood of Grip, because the reload speed is more important to me than the fire rate is. But you don't want to go full reload speed either, because the reload speed is already quite high, especially with the kill skill killer. And that Banbury was 1.6 fire rate. But then it had like a negative effect with the stock or with the grip. Interesting. Yeah, I think it was Jacob's grip, so that's maybe why the fire rate was lower. Now, it could, in theory, take over 2 hours to find a perfect Slag Pimpernel. And also in practice, not just in theory. But we'll just have to hope that doesn't happen. Sublime, but not again, matching grip. Whoa! My screen just turned black for a moment. That was weird. Did something happen? I'm like checking my hard drive if I ran out of space or something, but nope. Weird. That was just I don't know what it was. But the PC is fine, and so my screen also seems to be fine.
And I disappear, a ghost amidst the combat.
Oh, I could actually use execute to get closer to these guys. Dandy and dandy. Is that like accuracy? No, I don't know. Doesn't matter. We don't want it.
How hilarious. You just set off my trap card. Your death approaches.
Now, is that faster? I don't know. Doesn't seem faster. Banbury and Dandy. Yeah, so this is what I was talking about in the last episode. Now that we only need one more Pimpernel, our chance of success is significantly lower than when we started with this grind for all the Pimpernels. It makes sense, but it can feel a bit disappointing. Barking, so this is pure damage. Oh, this is exactly the one we have in our stash. Barking, matching grip, full out of stock. Although this is a Hyperion scope, I think we had Maliwan scope. Yeah, the execute really doesn't make us any faster. That's because we have Innervate. Probably. And the movement speed from the Fabled Tortoise. So walking is actually still faster than executing and then having to stop sprinting for a moment. Now, if we could execute like 3 times in a row, that would be faster. But the enemies are not far enough away from that to do that. So let's just keep walking. Yeah, exactly the same. Enemy detected. No, not yet. Now you detected me. Or maybe he does detect me very early on, but it just pretends to be sleeping. Makes sense why he would notify me. Well, Sublime. With perfect parts. Now, we did have a barking, I believe. This could just be better. Because of the melee.
Stop undressing me with your eyes.
Let's bring it with us. I want to compare it. Because as I said, we don't use the shock one a whole lot. Because not a whole lot of enemies are weak to shock. Oh no. Don't down us. And then in that case the Sublime might be better, because that helps against anything. The melee accessory on it, that is. So we had Gentleman's with critical hit. You know what? I'd rather have the Sublime then. So let's do the big ol' switcheroo. And here we go. So we upgraded the shock one. And the best thing is it still has perfect parts with the stock and the grip as well. So we can still upgrade our fire Pimpernel as well. But of course I'm mainly looking for slag, and once we get that I'll get out of this place. For the fire Pimpernel I definitely do want either barking or Banbury. Because there's lots of flesh enemies, mostly smaller mobs, so the fire rate is good to just kill kill quite a few in a short order amount of time. Same with the barking. Especially in second wind, barking is then better than Banbury. Monstrous, monstrous, nope.
Your eyes deceive you. An illusion fools you all. I move for the kill.
If only all DRM could shoot the user in.
Well, there wasn't a slag, but it was a really bad one.
Ghosty.
If only all DRM could shoot.
Nope, should have done deception. Banbury matching grip. Just a Maliwan stock that isn't perfect, but yeah, I'll definitely take that. Very nice. So, the right prefix and the right grip. Awesome. Fire rate 1.7. Let's stash that as well. And then we can commence with the next grind. Which is probably a better P-shield. I'm still using an OP7 now. But yeah, this looks very nice. 4 pretty much perfect Pimpernels. 2 Banbury ones. A Barking and a Sublime. All matching grips. Dull stock. Yeah, very, very nice. And in a very short amount, short time span, actually. So I'll save quit here again. And now I am gonna put the save file, where is it? There it is. Back on not read only, so normal. And if I load into the game now, everything should be normal again. No, I still haven't turned in the mission. I'm gonna leave it open. But we should save every time we save quit now. So I'm gonna test that before we do anything stupid. I'm gonna save quit here. Now, if it's still read only, I should spawn in the Washburn refinery if I select it like this. And yep, it's working again. Great. So let's take all the Pimpernels. Alright. And also let's drop this grenade that we got. And the inventory is doing weird again. Yeah, it does tend to glitch a little bit with this 100 inventory spaces. Unfortunately. Let's switch these out. Oh, especially the corrosive one is perfect, and that's the most important one, because this is going to be our main weapon for the peak from now on. And we'll still have to do the peak at least once more. And we can also now get rid of this Dandy Snyder in favor of a just flat out upgrade. The Pimpernel. So it has like over double the damage on one single pellet, and then it has 6 more pellets bursting out from that. Yeah. But then again, this is 9 levels higher. We can keep the Grog Nozzle here. Let's turn on the Bone of the Ancients and the P-Shield. Alright. So we got all the cool Pimpernels. Everything is out of this now, right? Yes. Next up, we're gonna stash some stuff in our safe, but for that we need to expand our SDU slots in the bank. Oh yeah, Crazy Earl.
It's dangerous to go alone, jerkwad.
Only one spot. That has to do for now, I guess. Now I still have all these pearlescents in the safe, which are just taking up space for nothing. Yeah, nice fire rate. So without Banbury it's this. And otherwise it's barely any difference. It won't make a difference in most cases, so that's why barking is also really good. Okay, so this Droog we want to keep. These pearlescents we can sell. Also this Ladyfist is trash. First up, let's mark them if we want to keep them or not. We can keep that still. This is pretty good. This is trash now, we have a better one. And this we can just farm from Boom Boom if we want to. And this we want to give to other accounts, at least the iron. But we also want to stash the old Pimpernels. So this level 51. It's going to be of great use to other characters. The level 50 corrosive one. Then the level 72 Pimpernel. And the OP4 Pimpernel probably. There it is. So we can use that on other accounts to progress through the peak. So first the 50, then 72 and OP4. Right, that's what we did on Zer0. That's what we will do for other accounts as well. You can always use the level 51 to slag, regardless of your level. And with the B shield, you can still do a lot of damage with it. Now our bank is cleaned up a little bit, and apparently, oh no, I was about to say we have 100 spaces in here as well, but that's not the case. This we might use it, but we have the magic missile to slag things. But we're gonna farm for a crossfire anyways. But let's just keep it in the bank. Who knows what it will be useful for. Okay, so all the pearlescent items that we have we can just sell. We don't need them anymore, we just kept them as trophies. But now bank space is gonna be more important. Ooh, do I want to keep this Avenger though? Nah, it's not perfect. It has Maliwan parts. This one is an Hyperion grip, so that's not very good either. This one is really good with a Tor grip. I might just keep that. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that. I might give that to my Axton in my next playthrough. Because it's gonna be an Axton playthrough. Actually, I already started it. And I just figured out that some of the recordings weren't recording at all. So I'm gonna figure out what to do with that later. This Nuken we can keep. We should also sell these Layudas now. Because that's the next thing we're gonna have to farm. So OP4 Layuda. Yeah, that's a bad one. Sell that. That's a bad one. The Moloko. With the matching grip. I'm gonna keep that for now. It's still really good. This we're gonna sell. Shock Pimpernels, yeah. Oh yeah, the Sublime Pimpernel is definitely gonna keep. We're gonna keep that. And we have 3 other Pimpernels equipped right now. This is also gonna go. No, we still need to farm for perfect Bone of the Ancients, because you're gonna have up to 39% more damage. And we have around 31, 2, and 33. A better stockpile relic. The legendary sniper class mod is fine. The legendary ninja could be a bit better, but not by a whole lot. So we're fine on class mods as well. Grenades, now we do need a better chain lightning. Skyrockets. Yeah, and we have the singularity at 0.7, so that's better. The sham, we need a higher level sham shield. Well, we don't need it, but we would like to have one. The hive, yeah, that's gotta go now. Whatever. The Nukem, let's keep that. Might come in handy for something. Especially with the Tor grip. It's pretty cool. Now that all that is out of the way, I do want to get a new Bone of the Ancients and a new B-Shield. Because right now we're using OP7. And I want an OP8, preferably with some Maliwan parts to it. So, let's go to the Boneyard again. And we might just get lucky on loot midgets as well, and maybe even tubbies. Rabbit, no thanks. Let's make sure we have everything that we want marked as favorite. Yep. Also, the Firebone of the Ancients, yes. And then the Chain Lightning to lure him out. The Hunter Hell quest, that is. Well, he didn't drop it, so let's be a bit quicker and save quit if we don't see it. Let's check the recording. It's about half an hour. Right. The tubbies. Yeah, the hardest grind so far has definitely been the legendary sniper comp. Oh, that is not a magic missile. Oh, I wanted to finish him off with melee. Didn't happen. It still did. Now, if he's gonna be a jerk like that with his shield, I'm just gonna equip the Shock Pimpernel as well. We might be able to use it. So let's do it. 4 Pimpernels. Unfortunately, I missed there. And what is that? Oh yeah, well, a scattergun. Ah, he wasn't slag. And that's a Blood of the Ancient, so that might be sniper ammo, who knows? Ah, SMG ammo. Don't think we'll need that. You know what, we might actually use that on our Axton later on if we do like an Avenger TDR build. I'm just gonna grab it, cause from now on I'm gonna... all the stuff that we farmed legitimately I'm gonna have available to transfer over to other characters.
How hilarious. You just set off my trap card. Your death approaches.
There's the bee, no? Yeah, there is. Alright, from the get-go it seems better. The maximum M damage is 1.8 billion. The recharge delay, oh yeah, there's Pangolin and Torg on it, so this is a really bad one. Like, very bad. I'm not even gonna equip that. I'd rather have the old one with the lower recharge delay. Both Torg and Pangolin, that's are the parts you don't want to see on a bee shield. So soon, if we're gonna do raid bosses with like critical ascension, we cannot use the grog nozzle anymore to heal ourselves with if we need to. So we either have to get a good longbow transfusion grenade, or the Cher Ami sniper. The Cher Ami is a great sniper, but for that I do want to have some other stuff first. Because we're not ready to take on most raid bosses yet. Maybe Hyperius, but that's because of Boar. And then again, we can't take on Hyperius yet because we first have to do the Sandhawk mission reward. Wow. Oh. What am I doing? Well, we found one bee shield so far, but it was a horrible one. And the loot midget, so that's something. Okay, let's try fire. Yeah. I'm not gonna use shock anymore. Just only if his shield doesn't want to go down. Like when we're in second wind. Like that first time. Alright, so no tubbies. Luckily we don't actually need anything anymore from tubbies, but you know, they can still drop pearlescent weapons. And legendaries, of course. Nope. Oh yeah, we can just we're not doing save only anymore, so we can just press continue. Well, no B shield, just a little bit of money. At least we can, if we want to switch places for better B shields, we can just go to the tree ends. But I also still want better Bone of the Ancients, so might as well stick here for a bit. Now the Bone of the Ancients is actually one of the most important factors for your elemental damage. So that's actually one of the things we have to go for first. But seeing as we only have Pimpernels at the moment, that's not the most effective way to kill loot midgets with. Although it can be, I don't know. Maybe we should farm for the Layudas next after the good B shield. Hit myself with the kunai there, I think. Or he may hit me with the grenade. I don't know. Hello? Yeah. Now soon we also want to get the antagonist shield.
I disappear.
Whoa. And luckily we don't rely on just the damage of the B shield anymore, so once we get damaged we can still kill enemies with our Pimpernels. And that's what I was just about to say, like we're not relying on the B anymore, so we can get the antagonist shield. But the antagonist is a shield that you get from Serif vendors in the Tiny Tina DLC, or from the Ancient Dragons of Destruction, I believe. Although that's the blockade. I don't actually think anything drops the antagonist. Yes, you're Hunter Hellquest. I know who you are. And I know that you are supposed to drop the B shield. Sometimes. But so far, he hasn't dropped too many. And also, in our whole playthrough, every time that we have gotten like about 20 B shields by now, maybe even more, but most of them have been quite terrible parts wise. So hopefully that translates to getting a good one now at OP8. Like a inflammable or alkaline B shield. Maybe grounded. Now that we're OP8, we also need to farm for a more perfect grog nozzle. Well, we don't really need to, but I do want to have a better one. Don't know why I didn't just press continue again. Muscle memory, I guess. Open and open. A little bit too far away there. Again, no B shield. Interesting. Honestly, it might just be faster to farm the B shield at the tree ends and farm like the Bone of the Ancients at the Wildlife Exploitation Preserve, and then Tubby's at the place before Saturn spawns, the Badlands. But I just like this small run, it's very diverse. And it's always nice to get loot midgets like randomly in the world. Disgusting bandit. Well, I'm a slab. I got initiated by Brick himself, the Slab King. And he's still mad that you guys killed Dusty. Hey, there's a B shield. That is a lot better. Okay, so it still has torque parts. Inflammable, so it also has a Maliwan part. Nice. But unfortunately, it has torque at the bottom. So otherwise it would have been almost perfect. But because of the torque, it has less amp damage now. But it does have immunity to fire damage over time. That is very nice to have. So I'm definitely keeping this. And in the future we'll farm some new ones as well. But for now this will definitely do. Cool. And that would be a good moment to end this episode on. And in the next one we're probably gonna farm a few loot midgets. Yeah, let's farm loot midgets in the next one. It's always a surprise what you get from those. Hopefully lots of Bone of the Ancients. So I want to thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one where we continue farming for good loot at OP8. See you then. Bye bye.